Humans desire leaders. It's way easier to be shown a single way and take that way, without the burden of multiple choices, or having to forge your own path or solution. Even Hitler knew this. By his own words, "What good for rulers when men don't think?" He demonstrates the benefits that an audience or user base provides a dictator by not taking it upon themselves to choose what is best and to use their own judgment. 3/4 of those 18 to 29 in America have used their phone to get information about health conditions. 7 out of 10 have used it to do online banking or look up information about a job. 44% use it to consume educational content, and 34% of it have used to apply for a job. Were anyone else to remove your power of choice on how you use what is the remote control of modern day life, if the president were to remove our power to choose how we use and choose our options for things we use on a daily basis, there would be outrage. We're so close. You can see all the time the desire for choice and power over the things that we live our lives on, and will only increasingly do so in the future. Jailbreaking, getting shut down by software update, then more jailbreaking, just to give ourselves a taste of the options that we obviously want, but are denied by this organization. You want to add more options? More freedom? Picture a cube within which there is a set order and structure that allows for everything to work seamlessly, but only inside the cube. If we want to add functionality that isn't originally provided, loopholes in the code must be found and exploited so we can attach unofficial, unreliable, half-assed solutions to the outside of this cube we're so limited by. We inherently want more, but there are those who seem to be blind to the fact that they don't have to stay inside iOS's walled garden to get the functionality they're investing an enormous amount of time and effort into achieving with little to no success as of late. Apple's greatest advantage is Stockholm Syndrome, the condition that causes hostages to develop a psychological alliance with their captors as a survival strategy during captivity, is disturbingly the perfect way to describe those who are continuously forced to delete their memories in order to make room for software updates that are required for some of the most important apps in our lives to even be openable because the storage on their phone has run out. Or the ones upset about the removal of a universal, easy, and well-established way to listen to music from the 7th generation and on of this device, yet remain in line to buy one. Rationalizations are made, excusing the tyrant that is Apple of senseless withholding of basic and widely available functions. Not to mention the latest developments they've given decidedly flimsy reasons and motives for. There's a way out, and many, many Apple victims could shed these shackles and finally have the freedom that we obviously want. When will you wake up?
Whoops. She knows. Computer, turn on studio mode. Man, that took far more time than it should have. Like, holy man. I'm embarrassed at how long that took. However, for those of you who stuck around after the initial video was over, I'm getting kind of tired of doing anti-Apple vids. Because unless or until they do something new that's dumb, I've pretty much covered everything that I can think of. I mean, I've made 17 or more than 17 anti-Apple videos, so I'm like, sometimes it feels like I'm beating a dead horse, and I do not want this channel to turn into that. So, this will be the last one of those for a little while. I'm not stopping them forever, but until Apple does something, or until I find something that I both think is new, or know is new, and noteworthy, and I'm not talking about, ooh, software update for the Mac, you know, at that point I might as well be a Apple channel, and I'm not an Apple channel. Let's do this. That's much better. Recently the drive and the creativity and just the overall spark has just been not there for me. Although it does feel good to get in front of a camera again and start recording, but still, God, it was like, oh, I could do this. No. What about this one? No. Or you could finish this. I don't feel like it, man. That's kind of the gist of how things have been the past like week or so, just because of, I don't want to say depression. I don't want to say, well, I've been depressed, and like, but situationally, maybe it was depression, just because of stuff with the job and all that, and stress about wondering where February's rent is going to come from and all that, but that's been solved. I'm starting to get back into the groove, I can tell, and I like it. Chances are that after the 22nd of January I will have an occupation again. So videos will get fewer because, you know, I gotta eat. That's what I started Patreon for, so I wouldn't have to do the whole job thing, but that didn't take off. At least not. I mean, I knew it wouldn't take off fast enough for me to replace a needed income just with that. That's not gonna happen. At least not over a month. Speaking of Patreon, we have acquired a new Scotty, and that is Mr. Shannon Jones, along with Christopher Caswell, John O'Brien, and Unit Omega.
I stay with my Scotties. My Scotties are my boys. I ride with them. And I put that on the generation.
So far, Unit Omega is the only one who's actually put in a specific request for a video topic, and that video is here. And for our Super Beamers, we have Spidget, Jordan Bassler, and Mr. Patrick Hayes. As per usual, my friends and my Scotties, I am intensely grateful for what you are doing. And I hope that more will follow your example. Well, the final draft of the video you just saw just finished rendering and exporting, so I'm gonna double, triple, and quadruple check that. And stay beaming.